In just a matter of hours, the 72nd edition of Miss Universe will officially begin. That's right, as we speak, candidates from all over the world are currently arriving in El Salvador. What's up everyone, welcome once again to the channel. This is your boy Luis, and for today's video we are going to be talking about my top 20 favorite pre-arrival candidates for Miss Universe 2023. I was really thinking about this video for a while, but the competition is quite literally starting, so there was no more time left for me to roam. I put together a list and we're gonna talk about it. As usual, I hope that you find some sort of value, entertainment in these videos. If you do, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and be part of the conversation in the comment section down below. Sharing the video with your friends and family, it's also very helpful. All right, enough talking. I will see you with my top 20 right after the intro.
Be strong.
This is going to be kind of an improvised video, so we're just gonna cut to it and start talking about the ladies. The first one that I wanted to highlight is Miss Costa Rica. As a member of the pageant community, I feel like we have talked more about the Miss Costa Rica crown than the delegate herself, and that is such a shame because this year's blonde bombshell is just out of this world with her beauty. I have also been keeping up with some of her interviews, interactions. Miss Costa Rica had a reality TV show for the competition, so there's quite literally a lot of footage to get to know her, and she is just mesmerizing. So I hope that you all give her a chance because I'm definitely rooting for her. At number 19, let's talk about Guatemala, one of the mothers of the edition, and I'm telling you, my expectations for this woman are really high because of course she comes with a lot of experience in her background. She already competed in other pageant systems, and now this time around going to Miss Universe as a mother, not only she is there to break stereotypes but also to prove that women from all backgrounds, all ages, you know, whatever their path is in life is going to excel. I think that she has the face value, she has the looks, she has the personality. There is absolutely nothing keeping this very beautiful mother from excelling on the stage of Miss Universe. What do you think? Do you think that Guatemala might get a crown this year? Moving on to number 18, let's talk about Bahrain. And this is one of the countries that I'm so happy to see represented at Miss Universe. I guess that in pageantry overall, we don't get very often representation from Arabic women. And now more than ever, it's important to give them a voice, to give them a platform, to allow them to really just speak their minds and express themselves. And this year's delegate for Bahrain is just amazing. Her manager is actually quite known in the pageant world. He is also representing Pakistan and Egypt. So I'm going to expect a lot of quality from Bahrain. Moving on to number 17, let's talk about Brazil. I mean, I am so happy with this year's delegate. We have to acknowledge that Brazil has been doing so incredibly well in the world of pageantry for the past few years. I mean, just think of the recent future. They ended up in the top 5 at Miss Supranational. They quite literally obtained the crown of Miss Grand just last year. And I think that the team behind Miss Brazil this time around is really hungry for a really good placement or even a crown. Women from Brazil have proved over the years that they have a lot of beauty, charisma, talent, potential, just a lot of commitment to their communities. So I'm really hungry to see that recognition towards Brazilian women on the stage of Miss Universe. I think that this year's delegate could pull it off with her very youthful yet glamorous looks. Let me tell you all, as of right now, don't sleep on Brazil, okay? Moving on, let's talk about Miss Spain. What a beautiful woman. I'm so excited for her participation at Miss Universe. I quite literally know some of her team members, and I just know the extent of the preparation and the resources that these girls are given for the preparation. Miss Spain this year is definitely embodying something that I love about pageantry, which is the diversity, which is a very uplifting, inspiring story. And on top of that, of course, she also delivers the beauty, the performance, the X factor on stage. I have been watching some of her videos with her trainings during Pasarela. She went to New York. So, I mean, already she's kind of behaving like a Miss Universe. And one thing that is making me really happy is to see the recognition, you know? The fans seem to be responding really well to her. And that's something that is definitely going to help her with the visibility inside of the organization. Gosh, I don't even remember when was the last time that Spain won a Miss Universe crown. So I think that it's about time, don't you think? Let's move on to number 14 on the list, and that goes to Chile. I mean, I am tired, so tired, because for the past few years, all of the delegates that Chile has been sending to Miss Universe all are like plus quality. I mean, like these girls are really glamazons, deliver on the looks. It's just absolutely stunning women that they are sending to Miss Universe. And somehow Chile is always a country that is overlooked in pageantry. This year's delegate, I'm really crossing fingers that it won't be the case because she is just so charming. You know, what I really love about her is that She really gives me a very balanced look. I see her as a very versatile queen who is able to give us, very down to earth, relatable looks as well as very high fashion, glamorous. Just go and check out her social media and thank me later. There's a certain playfulness that comes from her. Similar to the example of Miss Spain, I also feel like the fans are reacting really, really well to Miss Chile. So I just hope that that will, play in her advantage. At number 14, let's talk about Miss Peru. First of all, congratulations to Peru because their country just won the Miss Grand crown. How would you feel if Peru wins Miss Universe at the same time? The pageant world will literally burn. Well, it's actually not impossible because Miss Peru this year is delivering on every single level. If you bring me a checklist, she checks all the boxes and I am so excited for her performance. As a matter of fact, she actually competed at Miss Grand International before, so we are talking not only about a very beautiful, capable queen, but also someone who has pageant experience. Granted, these are very different pageant systems, so she will have to adapt to the stage of Miss Universe, but do not sleep on the capacity and the potential of this particular queen. Let me know in the comment section how would you react if Peru wins Miss International and Miss Universe simultaneously. Can you imagine the war? Moving on to number 13 on the list, the spot goes to my home country, Canada. Madison has been the only candidate that I got the opportunity to interview so far from this year. Honestly, I've been so busy that I just couldn't do it for most people. But I'm going to say that my heart and soul is just extremely happy because we have such a good representative for Canada that I actually think that we have very good chances of making it into the top 10, top 5, or perhaps even winning the Miss Universe crown. It's about time. I mean, it's been a while since we won a crown, so I have been keeping up with her preparation even before she won Miss Universe Canada, and I just know that this woman can do it all. She competed previously at Miss International, ending within the top 8, proving everyone that she has what it takes to stand out on an international stage. So I hope that that will be exactly her fate on the stage of Miss Universe. Number 12 on the list goes to India. Shweta has been putting in the work since the moment that she was crowned as Miss Universe India. Of course, we all know that she has not only a very, very supportive organization behind her, a great team, but she also has one of the most powerful fan bases in pageantry in the world. Indians love and breathe pageantry, and I think that she knows that she has big shoes to fill. 2 years ago, India won Miss Universe. Last year, they obtained an amazing placement, even against all odds. So I know that Shweta is aware that her preparation and her delivery on stage has to be nothing but immaculate. Every single year, we get naysayers saying that India is not going to place, we are overhyping them and whatnot, and every single year, they end up proving us wrong. What do you think about Shweta? Do you think that India is destined for another high placement or perhaps a universal crown? Let me know in the comments. Now let's move on to a country that has been bubbling up like soap. Of course, I'm talking about South Africa. Bryony. The growth, the evolution, the progress, the hard work, every single thing that I requested from this woman from the moment that she won, she has delivered. I think that Bryony right now has one of the most exciting looks of the entire competition. She is giving us, royalty with every single photo shoot, with every single appearance. She has been working on her presentation skills, her communication skills, and we are yet to see what she has done in terms of the preparation for walk, swimsuit, and all of those technicalities. But knowing the caliber of the team behind Miss South Africa, I know that Bryony is going to Miss Universe with many, 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 many surprises. So I'm really thrilled to see all of that unfolded on stage, and finally that we get the vision from South Africa, who is one of those huge countries which delivers every single year, no exceptions. Alright, so let's get officially into the top 10, and the first lady that I want to talk about is Miss USA. Quite literally crowned just a few weeks ago, and honestly, the potential of this woman is so high. And of course, out of everyone, she has the highest amount of pressure simply due to the fact that she is going for a back-to-back win. Very, very hard to pull, but who knows, maybe she's the one who can make it happen. One thing is for sure, all throughout her competition at Miss USA, she was definitely a standout. The fans were rooting for her, the international fans saw her potential, and from the moment that she was crowned, there was really no questioning about her capacities. Luckily, this time around, we didn't have any scandals at Miss Universe as it happened in the past 2 previous years. So it seems like everyone is pretty much on board with this year's delegate, and they seem to acknowledge that she's the best one to represent the country at this particular time. Again, Miss USA often send candidates with very little time of preparation. She did have a few weeks to prepare, but when you compare that to most of the delegates, she still didn't have as much time. So let's hope for the best for her, and of course, always sending her the best wishes. Moving on, at number 9 on the list, we have France or France. For those of you who speak English, we talked about Diane before here on the channel. I think that she is one of those breathtaking contestants that just really excels in every single aspect, not only because of her amazing looks, but most importantly, just because of who she is as a person. I've been keeping an eye on her advocacy work, on her social platforms, what she has been doing back home in France. And honestly, it's one of those girls that is really intriguing. She truly comes across as just being herself, being very authentic, and just trying her absolute best. I mean, we all know the type of training, the type of preparation that an organization such as Miss France can offer. They don't even oblige their title holders to go and compete internationally. So everything that Diane is giving us is very intentional, and I am so here for it. What about you guys? Do you see the fantasy? Are you living for France just as much as I am? Moving on to number 8, we have another Latin country, which goes to Colombia. She is the second mother of the batch, and what a mother. Quite literally, mother. Maybe you don't get my jokes. Anyways, I have been enjoying Miss Colombia's preparation so much since the very beginning. When she was initially crowned, I have to admit, she was a grower for me. Initially, I thought that she was beautiful, but then when I started learning more about her story, her purpose, what she wants to do with the platform, that's when I started being more charmed and truly being convinced that she has what it takes to be this candidate. I was also watching an interview where she was being questioned about, being a mother, how she's going to handle, those responsibilities. And on top of that, also being a married woman, right? So she was talking about the importance of balancing your family as well as your personal goals, and the fact that she has a very supportive partner, that the entire family is really on board to help her if she was to be crowned the next Miss Universe. So I really think that Colombia has a good chance. So I'm really excited to see how she's going to perform on the stage of Miss Universe. Moving on to number 7, let's talk about Mexico. The last time that I did a predictions video for Miss Universe, a lot of people were giving me backlash because Mexico was barely there. And the reason for that was that that video was filmed quite literally the day after she was crowned. But let me tell you, Mexico has been standing out so much. The fans love her. She has the looks, she has the charisma, everything. I mean, pretty much she's the full package. I really enjoyed her presentation, her presence when she went to Miami for the Soul Train event. And I think that that's where a lot of people really woke up and, kind of noticed that Mexico had a lot of potential for this year. I'm expecting her to do really well, not just because of her capacities, and of course I think that she can do that all by herself, but also there are rumors of Mexico hosting Miss Universe this upcoming year, as well as big changes within their national organization with Lupita currently out and the franchise has been given to someone else. So there you go. Let me know if you think that Mexico can win again after they won Miss Universe recently in 2020. At number 6, of course, we have to talk about Venezuela. The always so beautiful, prepared, charismatic Miss Venezuela never lets us down. The Miss Venezuela organization must be throwing a party right now because they just won the crown at Miss International, and going to Miss Universe, they are sending a really strong candidate. One thing is for sure, she does have huge shoes to fill because last year's Amanda Dudamel ended up as the first runner-up. For a lot of people, she was supposed to be the winner. And even up until this day, I feel like she gets Miss Universe level support. I think that the Miss Venezuela organization has done such an amazing work with her because every single thing that I have seen from Miss Venezuela this year has been a pleasure to watch. Whether it's her photos, her looks, the way that everything is so intentional with the attention to details, the homage and the tributes that she's paying, the interviews that she has done, she seems to be in just the absolute best place of her life. She does have some experience competing before at Miss Earth. So, this is just like a big comeback moment for her. And I cannot wait to see how it's going to unfold. What about you guys? What do you think? Can she really make it? And now let's finally talk about the top 5 on my list. I am so thrilled to talk about Miss Philippines at number 5. Michelle D has been one of those contestants that since the very beginning, people have been seeing her. If it's not super close to the top, she's already included in everyone's top 5 or even potential winner. I had the pleasure to see all of her journey from last year at Miss Universe to coming back this year, winning the crown, her preparation, her evolution, both, as a queen as well as on her personal life. And it has just been an incredible journey. This time around, I am just so thrilled, so excited for Michelle because everything in terms of the preparation, the looks, just how comfortable she looks in front of the camera, how confident she feels. I just feel like the stars have aligned for Michelle D. It is no secret that the Philippines is one of the biggest pageant countries in the world, so Michelle is going to Miss Universe with a lot of pressure on her shoulders, especially trying to bring back the Philippines into the top 20 after last year's on placement. So there's a lot going on, but I think that she is the woman for the job. If you have been following her content, you know that she is extremely involved in every single aspect of the preparation, from the videos to the scripting to the filming. I'm guessing that she also is dipping her toes into the designs and the clothes that she's gonna be wearing. She's going for this edgier look, more darker, mature look that I'm really into. So anyways, I just cannot wait to see how all of those things and so many months of preparation are going to translate at Miss Universe during the concentration as well as on stage. Let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about Michelle D? And do you think that she has what it takes to bring back the Miss Universe crown? I'll be reading you. Now, if we're talking about fan favorites, we have to mention Miss Nicaragua, of course, and she gets the number 4 spot on my list. For a lot of people, myself included, I will just love to see Shanice as a reigning Miss Universe. She has worked so hard to be here, she has overcome so many challenges, and she's one of those delegates that brings not only the looks, the commercial aspect that a Miss Universe should have, but also who has been doing her advocacy constantly. Her social work just never stops. She is experienced. She has competed at Miss World before, and I really wonder if she might be able to pull one of those moments, you know, a la just like Catriona did, just like Andrea Mesa did as well, who did really well at Miss World and then ended up winning Miss Universe. So, do you think this might be one of those cases? Regardless, I feel like even without Miss World experience, the potential of Shanice speaks for itself, and the way that she has been welcomed and received by the fandom, not only of her country, but from all over the world, I just think that it shows that if she was to be crowned a Miss Universe, she could potentially be a really popular one and a really loved one. And with her background, I know that she will just bring exactly what all of us expect of a reigning title holder. So you already know the drill. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about Shanice? Number 3 on the list, we have to talk about Miss Dominican Republic. Whoa, is it gonna be true that Dominican Republic is 2 years in a row going to place at top 5 at Miss Universe? I wouldn't be mad about it. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad if Dominican Republic actually wins Miss International this year. I think that they're actually due for a crown because for the past few years, Dominican representatives have been excelling at Miss Universe, not just performing well, they have been standouts. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we all remember where we were last year when those photos of Dominican Republic leaked on stage with her beautiful gown. That just speaks volumes about the candidates that they're sending, their caliber, their beauty, and just the overall presence that they have. The fact that all of the fans will react so positively to a leaked photo, I mean, what else do you want? This year's delegate also seems to be the full package. She has the looks, she has excellent communication skills, a great team, and I just think that if the stars align, she could potentially bring back home the crown. I know that Dominican Republic is one of those countries in the Caribbean that really supports and really likes their queens at Miss Universe and other pageant systems. So let me know, do you think that this is your lucky year if you're Dominican? All right, at number 2, let's spice things up a little bit. The biggest fan favorite of the batch, Miss Thailand. I know that a lot of people see Antonia as the current winner. For a lot of people, it's something that cannot even be disputed. But we always know that sometimes pageants and the judges like to pull a little bit of a surprise and go with a little bit of an underdog story. I think that Antonia already has a resume that speaks for itself, being a reigning supranational, being an accomplished woman in her industry, being quite literally a major celebrity in her country. She has proved many times that she has the beauty, the performance, the comm skills, everything. She can bring so many sponsors. She can pull the crowd. So there is literally no downside to Antonia. Besides that, the new organization of Miss Universe is from Thailand. So that will be literally bringing back home the crown. And to be honest, Thailand has been sending incredible delegates for the past few years. So I think that they are due for a crown. That wouldn't be like a bias thing or like a cooking show. Truly, Antonia deserves it. But precisely because Antonia is such a big threat and such a fan favorite, I feel like everyone else has been stepping up their game. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these girls on the list really give her a run for the money, and who knows, maybe even someone might end up taking her crown. But one thing cannot be disputed: Antonia Porcel is and embodies the essence of a Miss Universe. Now, last but not least, let's talk about my number one pick, which goes to Miss Puerto Rico. The same way that we have been talking about some other countries like Thailand, like Dominican Republic, these countries that every single year excel at Miss Universe, but are kind of due to win a crown yet again. I feel like this is exactly the case of Puerto Rico. This is a very resilient woman, a woman that is extremely involved in her community, a woman that is charismatic, that has been putting in the work in her social project, and who doesn't shy away from a challenge. You know what really excites me about this year's edition of Miss Universe is that we could potentially witness a top two where Thailand and Puerto Rico are back holding hands. And how would you feel if this time around it is Puerto Rico the one taking home the crown? It will be quite literally reversed history, considering what happened on the stage of Miss Supranational in 2019. Puerto Rico is definitely a powerhouse. They have many Miss Universe crowns, but I think that this time around they're due to go back home with another one because they just bring that level of consistency, of beauty, of grace, and the women that they pick fit the Miss Universe mold like a glove. We know that with this new organization, we are looking for a woman that is committed, who is willing to be a leader, who is willing to be transformational. And for me, Carla embodies all of those things. So let me know in the comment section, do you think that Puerto Rico might bring home the bacon? So there you go, everyone. That is officially a wrap on my top 20 pre-arrival favorites for Miss Universe 2023. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me. Even if you don't, that's fine. Just let me know your own take on your favorite candidates. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment if you enjoy this type of content. And stay tuned for more because for the upcoming days, I have quite literally a few surprises for you guys. Thank you and see you next time. Bye now.